see if this even works. Should be. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Right. Get the show on the road. I have the CNCU running in the background. I have my lathe going to start running now. And I'm going to be all over the workshop. So that is what it is, really. Not much we can do about that. Not much we can do about it. Anyway, let's see if people start to come in. At least that will be the path. That would be the meaning of it all. There it is. Now I can hear myself. Right, hello Sammy. How are you doing? Oh, everything is low. Can you guys hear me? I think I can hear myself, and that's should be okay. So let's get this running. So I have so many wants I need to make. I have my secret project running on the background on the CNC. So, and I'm expecting a visitor later today. So we'll see. We just start running and doing stuff and having fun, because that's all that matters really. Fun, 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 fun. Well, we're on a family trip to Denver. Oh, that's nice. I hope you have a good trip. So I'm live in the car with you. Is that right? With your whole family? That's nice. I appreciate that. At the hotel, okay. Devon, what's that, Devon? Alright, I need to tape my fingers up a little bit because there's going to be a lot of wear on them due to the tool rest and all that. That was just me getting close to the CNC. That's really noisy. Okay, so that should help quite a bit. And that's almost sharp. And that camera is going to be in the way. There you go. I have I made a decision about the foot for the price that you won, and I think you're gonna love it. We're gonna use the blue because we want that on the cone itself, but it didn't stick. But I'm gonna use the blue on the foot. So do you remember a little while back when I did the canteen? The flask? If you remember the sides on that one, the barrel with the colours and all that. See, the thing is, I still have more of that burl. And I think it's going to look really, really cool with a plate of that, with the blue on it, and just standing on that plate. No, I haven't made it yet, dude. It's not made. I've just been really busy. Right, because the client with my secret project decided to more than double the order they have. And so that takes up quite a bit of my time. And then the other thing is the work, right? Work, I need to be there actually sometimes. So that's why I took some days off, like today and Monday as a minimum, just to bang out a lot of these wants and get that secret project on the road, so I can get paid. Because boy, oh boy, I need a paycheck. Can I please whittle wood with you? Yes, you can do that. And actually, Hot Hanks, if that's your name, I do teaching. So I have to set up like this, and I have more cameras, so I can actually teach you from my workshop to your workshop. So if you're into that, I can do that, no worries. I know you probably said it as a joke, but there was some truth in that joke. Oh, no, I need to get that out this weekend too, because a promise is a promise, and I don't like stuff like that hanging around for too long, because then I'm, you know, a bit too complacent. And also, I have a surprise from Michael. He's not here, is he, Michael? No, he's not. I had a talk with him yesterday, and he wanted a tool rest, so that I'm going to send out a tool rest to him. That's what you're going to send to him. But what he doesn't know is I'm going to upgrade him a little bit. So he just wanted one tool rest. I hope he doesn't see this, because that will defeat the whole purpose of it. So the tool rest he was getting was just like a straight, like this, with a point on it, like that, right? But what I'm sending him is this complete brand new set. Right. Right, I hope he doesn't see that. I think he's going to be happy. That's going to be good. He does so much for the channel, right? I mean, he's moderating, and he's always there for other people's streams as well. And I have a chance to do a little something for him, right? So that's what I'm going to try to do. As much of a secret as we can keep it after I showed it here. But yeah, I think he's gonna love that. He's a little hard for cash, so I think it's I think that will help him out quite a lot. The flask is actually also a video, so you can find that, how to make a flask on a lathe. It's a video on my channel, so you can see it there if you're interested in seeing how it looks. But hey, I need to reload the CNC, so be right back. I have it right outside the workshop, so I can actually show it to you what it looks like. Just reloading the CNC. There's nothing glamorous to see here. It's just putting a new board in and securing it to the bed. And just pressing start button. Run program. Bam. Bam, 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 and there it starts. I need to do that every 10 minutes or so, but that's fine. You drink, right? And we're back again. But yeah, here it is, Sammy. Whoops. This is the surface I was looking for the base, but with blue instead of yellow. I think this one is the best side of it. So that's what I'm going for, just with blue instead of yellow. I think that's going to look really, really cool for that. Yeah. I did win on early, Michael. I did. But that's fine. Yeah, I think that's a good look. So that's what I'm going for. Yeah, it's alright, Michael, don't worry about it. I'll be here for quite a few hours. Just feeding the CNC and making wants. Oops, and I forgot to turn off the company phone. The good thing is I am not streaming from my phone. Hold on a sec there, Michael. Turn that off. Right. What to look for with something for ball blanks? The more straight it looks, the worse it is, really, to be honest. So the more curled it is and twisted and the more branches coming out of it, the better for ball turning, because that will give you the figure. If you can get something from the base of the tree, the closer to the ground the better, because then you will have compression ripples. Well, there's a chance of that. So cross sections with the branches split off, those are the best, and the bottom of the tree where the trunk flares out. So that's what you want to look for, Michael. That's how you're going to find a good figured wood. And of course burls, but they're obvious really. If you buy a slab, you can actually see what you want really. So go with the pieces with the most figure in it if you can. I prefer ash, like I said many times, because it's affordable. You can do a lot of good things with ash, and it's really underrated in my opinion. And it turns really well and cuts good. Like this is ash I'm working on right now, and it's a really nice timber to work with. Oak is also really cool timber. You can do cool things with oak. Maple is really great if you want to have like really nice grains that doesn't show up and like straight just timber to color. That and sycamore. That should give you a cherry. Cherry's good. Sycamore will work just as well as yash, so you can go with that. I think you're missing some grammar there, mate. But yeah, I think I got the meaning of it. But yeah, try to work with local timber, most of it, as you can. I mean, it's always nice to get some exotic timber, but it just looks nice, and you're afraid to do stuff with it, right? So in my opinion, a colored piece or a decorated piece is a lot better than just straight wood grain. Because anybody really can do just straight timber with nothing on it, no decorations. It's when you start getting into the decoration stuff, you know, we're starting to see who really knows what they're doing, or like, that came out wrong. It's when you start decorating stuff that, you know, people start to express themselves and the art and the craft really comes through. Because basically a bowl is just a bowl and there's only so much you can do with it. But it's a progression really, for most woodturners out there, woodworkers. You start with just working with the timber and starting to doing strange shapes and all that, and maximizing the material you have to make a bowl with straight sides and all that. Then you're starting to do shapes on the outside. Then you go to like more standard bowl shapes like this, which is really nice and good. And then you start decorating it with colors, textures, and what have you. So it's a natural progression of things. That's fine. We all have to go through it. Blow up my stream. What, 43 people? That's a blow up. And I mean, I'm just here to put out a lot of content while I work anyway. And it sounds like I need to go to the CNC again. CNC has stopped. I need to load in a new piece. So I'm just going to finish this up really quick, like that. I need a new piece on the CNC. Right. The extraction system on the CNC was clocked, so I just needed to clean that. Need to do that every 2 or 3 runs, because the brushes, to make sure I don't get too much crap everywhere else. There's something wrong with them. I haven't figured out what yet, so it is what it is, really. It just adds a little extra. Right, loading it up. Like that. Right, click, 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 click. Okay, that's secure. Hopefully, it's going to go well. Run there and write program. Bam, bam. Right, that should do it. Another 5-10 minutes. And we're back at it. Now, everybody heard about double dipping, right? But this is kind of triple dipping. Like the CNC to make project for one client, on the lathe making content for you guys. The lathe making one for another client and making content for you peeps. I mean, if that not is efficient, I have no idea what is. So yeah, that's really nice. But yeah, it's not going to be the most exciting stream, but it's still going to be here, right? Yeah, I love efficiency. But we can hang out and we can talk, and if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Ooh. But we're still going to have fun, right? Oh! That was not, ouch. what I was looking for. Kind of blew me off. And actually, I've been eyeballing this new vacuum system that was just released by Simon Hope. I think I'm going to try to get in contact with them to see if they won't sponsor a set for me. But first I need to get my numbers up a little bit more. Sorry about that. Looks like the camera is not like in its right mind. Well, let's move it a little bit. Funny story. I had a fellow woodturner come to me yesterday, and he was he actually bought some pieces off me that I made, some of my hollow forms. He's going to sell them, that's for sure. He probably is. But you know, he might just like them so much that he'll still want to keep them. But that was the first time ever another woodturner bought a product off me, so that was really cool. But we talked a little bit, and you know, I do production woodturning, and he's more like artistic turning, like pins and kits and a ball now and again. But that's about what he does. So we talked a little bit and said, dude, and I told him that I know how much money I make per wand, and he said, that's just not a lot. How can you do that? Well, let me show you. And I made a wand in front of him in about 3 minutes, like I normally do, and he was like, he just looked at it and said, yeah, I have no further questions, and he just backed away. That was cool to see. That was fun. It was yeah, for me that was a fun experience. And I said, well, if you want to make money and stuff like this, you have to be really, really quick. Because you know what you're competing with is a CNC, and that's really what we're competing with. So there's two things you can compete with the CNC. Is one of them being your speed and your adaptability. But you cannot compete with accuracy. That is not going to happen ever. You need to reload the CNC. You cannot compete with accuracy. What you can do with speed and price, because there's no setup for you, and if the run is small enough, like a couple of hundred units, the setup price for the CNC will be too much, and people didn't want to do that. Let me see. So people don't want to pay for the startup cost of the CNC. That's where you can compete. Because if you're doing like, I would say sub 300 units, you are a real competitor. Because there's no setup cost, you just go really. So that's where you can compete. That's the market for you. Smaller runs, if you can do it with speed and as a great level of accuracy as you can do, you should be okay. And I mean, for this, the client said they don't have to be the same. He didn't really care. If they were like different and stuff like that, that was fine with him. So I don't really pay too much attention to making everything completely the same every time. I try to go to the same shape or a pattern, but that's really it. The rest of it is just, you know, maybe it's a centimeter off that detail, and that's fine. That doesn't really matter too much. But if it was staircase spindles, of course, then they have to be exactly the same or really, really close. And with staircase spindle, I try to go for accuracy within a millimeter or so. And I normally are able to do that. Within reason. Good morning, Lisa. How are you today? Oh, my microphone is moving. How are you feeling today, sweetheart? Sorry, I called you sweetheart. I never do that. So yeah, that was just a fun thing, right? Seeing him just taking a step back, raising his hands and says, I have no further questions. Oops, that was great, that was fun. Chances are I'm going to lose this one. It's not going to be completed. Did you sleep well, Lisa? I hope you did. Oops. And I did sleep well. It was nice. Got to bed a little bit late. Because the half an hour I was supposed to just sit on the back porch and
went into an hour because I fell into one of them doom scrolling holes, you know, stuff like that can happen. And it kind of happened. So yeah, I got to bed a little bit later than I thought I would. So let's see how many we got. 5. That's 10. 15. 20. 25. 30. 5. So that's 40. I mean, that's alright, 40. So I'm at if my math is right, 110. Plus the 15 I gave away to the local Boy Scout unit. So 110, so that's 140 to go. So I've still got a few hours left. I reckon that should be, if I'm really, productive and lucky, it should be about 10 hours. Damn, this one is not making me happy right now. Made it too thin, and I know that's my fault. Yeah. So why do you have an alarm clock then if you're not got anything you need to do? If I were in your shoes, Lisa, I would just don't have an alarm clock. Hold on, someone's calling me. Huh? Daddy? Stupid salespeople. Someone tried to sell me an alarm system. I don't like salespeople, to be honest. Like, I don't like cold people. People calls you like that. There is a reason why I have advertised blocking on my company, but they don't respect it, those bastards. Yep. I had a meeting online with Dr. Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. At least I, like, make that online now, right? Can you imagine just have to going all the way into the hospital just for a 5-minute talk and then you can go back again? I mean, it's just a waste of freaking resources. This is gonna that annoyed me. I need to stop doing that because I'm gonna run out of blanks. One more pass. That should be it. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You can do that from your phone, right? So that's all worth it. And the CNC is up again, so we just need to do that. It's gonna be so much cleanup when I'm done with this, that's for sure. My dust extractor's not doing a proper job. I think the Brussels probably a little bit too. Ouch! probably a little bit too low. But if they're not low, they're not taking the shavings. So it's like, yeah. It's a balance thing, right? But also I have after that run's done, I have a whole lot of other runs that I need to make that is just takes a lot longer. But I need to prepare the blanks for it, so it's probably going to be well, it's going to be off-centered. Something all the time. Yeah, since you got a child, it all makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. I remember the first time I saw, I heard people with cell phones. It was like, only businessman like doing really, really important business all the time. And then I almost carried a briefcase around just for the fucking battery. That's when I was a kid. Yeah. I hit my nail. I broke my nail a little bit, and it was already short. So yeah, it's so annoying when that happens. Everybody know how much it hurt to break a nail. But now the phones are more than that, really. It's fun they still call it a phone because you really don't use it to make that many calls anymore, right? You're more just surfing on the internet, watching video, playing games, or texting, or recording, or everything, right? So it's more like a, I don't know what you refer it to. It's like it's a multi-tool. It's everything. It's a gaming station. It's a entertainment center. So there's so much in now, right? I want to go back to the good old Nokia days when you just had Snake on it, really. That was something. Right now I got my Discord and my socials and all that, so I don't think I would be able to go back if I want to grow my channel more. Other than that, it could be really, really great just to have an old phone. All you can do is just call and text. Hey Joshua. Yes, that's true. That's true. They are so powerful right now. Can't believe it, how they are. Go back 5-10 years, the PCs we had back then, the phones are more powerful today. Thank you, Dennis. My wife says that as well. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Production woodturning, that's my thing really, it's what I do. So yeah. And you need to have some speed on your work if you want to compete with the modern production facilities. Because you got two parameters to work on here, right? One, you need to have the price at a point where you're making money, but you're not that much more expensive than the CNC, but you don't have the startup costs too, right? So when you're making, like, in my opinion, I think it caps out around 500 units to 1,000 units, because that's when the CNC starts to be affordable, paying the couple thousand euros to set up the CNC and do a run. That can be worth it if you're making thousands, right? But making a couple hundreds, maybe 1,000, that's just going to be too much to spread over that, really. And the client is paying me, how much is it? 45 Danish kroner, plus taxes of course, per unit. And that includes material costs and all that. And how much is that in euro? So that's 1530. That's €6 per unit. And the €1.5 is materials. So yeah, you need to be a little bit quick if you want to have a nice hourly wage on this. What's this profession? It's called woodturning. So most people have this as a hobby, where they make balls and, you know, pens and vases and salt and pepper grinders and make a few wants for the neighborhood's children and the baseball bats and all that, right? But for me, it started as a hobby, but I was broke and I needed money to pay for tools and materials, so I started doing production work. And at some point I got somewhat proficient at it and starting to get bigger and bigger orders of different weird stuff and all that. It's just your full-time job. I'm trying to sell during Xmas market. No, it's not my full-time job because there's not enough work going around for a woodturner. But my full-time job is actually selling woodturning equipment and tools. But the good thing is my boss is really open for me to doing this kind of work. So whenever I need some time, I just say to him, I'm not going to come in next week, and he says, all right, fine, see ya. Especially right now because it's the off season, because the summer most people don't go to the workshop, so it's kind of quiet. So him not paying me my wages, my paycheck, is actually helping him out quite a bit right now. So I mean, it works out like that. But it, you know, it goes up and down, right? I try to be able to do this at the evening and the weekend, so it doesn't interfere with my work. But sometimes when I get orders like this, 250 watts, and I need to do that between 2 and 4 times per year, depending on the amount of kids going through that place. And the other order I have running on the CNC, I can't get it done quick enough to meet the deadlines. And when one of the clients just more than double the order, that's the CNC one, I just had to take some days off from work and start making wood shavings. But I want, to be honest, my dream is to have this as a part of my income. So I want to do this, and I want to teach woodturning, which I'm doing, but it's not enough really. And I want my YouTube to I need to feed the CNC again. My YouTube to start generating enough money so it's gonna be worth it. Because right now YouTube is not making money. I think I'm making about between $30 and $50 US per month. That's before taxes. And that's even including all the people that are generously enough to donate to me. Because what they don't know, a $10 donation to me will give me $4.90 after YouTube and the payment system take their cut. And then of course you have to pay tax for that as well. So yeah, there's a lot to think about. But you know, I really appreciate everybody who does that, because it shows that they like what I do. Go. All right, CNC is up and running again. So yeah, you're working off a template. Thank you for the subscription there, Dennis. No, I don't have a template. I have a line here on my tool rest. This shows about where the tool handle starts, but that's about it. The rest is just by eye, because they don't have to be the same, and it's just a matter of making them. It's for the children, it's for their imagination. So if everyone is the same, they're just going to be like a mass-produced thing. Because what he showed me, the one he gave me that he wants to replicate is this. Right. Kind of boring. Just a bowl there, a handle and a bowl, and then it's just tapers out. Made out of mahogany. I think that's boring. So I made this design. Right. Still flared out and like that, but you know, you got the details in here, and the handle's a lot better in my opinion. It looks cooler. For the children, let's have fun, yeah? Because that's what it's all about. Because that design they had, I could probably make that faster than what I'm doing with this. But again, there's no fun in that really. It's fun to, you know, do something different. And the thing is, the children, they are going to finish the one. They're going to sand it, they're going to cut the ends off, they're going to decorate it. So he's not looking for a perfect finish. So I mean, that helps me as well to keep the price down for him. I don't know if I undersold myself, because when he asked me if it'd be how I'll make them all, I said I'll make them all by hand, and he asked for the price, and I gave him the price, and he just looked at me and said, just keep going, just get started. I don't know if I maybe have undersold myself a little bit, left some money on the table, but again, it's for the children, right? And to be honest, with the price I gave him, and with the speed I'm able to make them, I make good money on it. So you should make a spoon. Yeah, I can make a spoon, but it's probably going to be on Sunday if we're going to make spoons. Because I thought about that. And I made spoons in the past, different spoons, like spoons you would use to grab flour or whatever with. but not an eating spoon. Hello, Tippy. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that Tippy because my brain is not braining properly. Welcome in, man. Or lady. Should probably get a drink now, right? I think it's that time. Well, I've been streaming now for 1 hour, and yeah, I can have a drink. Not right now because everything is set up for this. But CC, come back on Sunday, and I will definitely show you how to make a spoon. I mean, I think I'm hitting that camera all the time, aren't I? There you go. Thank you for that subscription. I appreciate that. Oh, dude, thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that. That's a lot. That's really, really nice of you. That way, everything goes straight to me. Sammy just sent me a donation of £11.90. I think it was £11.90. I appreciate that. Just straight on my my link, PayPal link. Thank you so much, Sammy. I drink coffee. Welcome in. But yes, there's also the link that is straight in my stream element link. I think it is. That should be, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. That should be linked to. It shows up on screen as well. If you're into that, but I really appreciate that, and as you can see, I saw that straight away, so thank you. I am making wands, yes, Cece. Wands for children so they can learn how to use tools a little bit, to cut off the ends and sand them, and then they decorate them. And when they're done with that, they're gonna make math with them. So they're gonna find a diameter here, and then they're gonna do a lot of math on all that stuff with it, really. So it's a lot of things that I can do with this wand, really. So it's a teaching tool for taking a different approach to teaching. So that's really, really cool. I like that idea and that project. And I think I'm going to have to replace my couch. ASL, hello. Sorry for the late response. Depending on the tool. If you're talking about turning gouges, I've been using a brand from Denmark that was locally produced, because that was the brand of the company that I work at. But they have stopped making them, and I think it's a shame because they're really nice. But for turning tools, I don't make my own. I do make a template now and then. My tool rest, I made that myself. So they're like a whole different, like, depending on what it is really. But depending on the tool, I normally just buy it if it's available at a reasonable price. But like something like a tool rest, it's just easy enough to make for what I'm doing. Because you cannot get like 1/2 meter tool rest that is comfortable. And I even have a tool rest that is over 1 meter. I don't even know where the freak that is right now. Oh, there it is. So here's that baby. Let me just change that a little bit. Right, so this is another freaking, let me see if you get that in this camera, all of it. Yeah, there it is. So over 1 meter long. I used it for staircase spindles and stuff like that. Right. This, of course, is custom made as well. So the brand depends on what kind of tool it is. If you want, like, for grinding system to sharpen my gouges, I absolutely adore the Robert Sorby ProWids over here. It is by far the best sharpening system I tried, and I tried them all, believe me. Everything from the tool to the bench grinder to the whetstone grinder to the tool on a bench grinder to the Wolverine system and the one-way system and all that. I tried them all, right, and even freehanded. This is by far the best. I cannot stress how good that is, really. When it comes to turning tools, I like comfortable handle. Crown makes a comfortable handle, like a lot of company makes a comfortable handle, but the steel is what really matters. I like the M42 cryo hardened steels, and you can get that from a lot of different brands. But if I were to go for a tool that I really want to have and try, it's again going to be a Robert Sorby one. It's going to be the Excelsior one, because from what I heard from people that have tried it, it just holds an inch longer, even longer than the M42 cryo hardened ones. And this is one of those M42 cryo hardened one, and it holds an inch for freaking ever. So I'm really impressed with it. But I really want to try those Excelsior ones. They got the titanium nitrate coating, like the yellow stuff you got on drills, right? And that's the cutting part of it. So they got a titanium cutter on it, roughly, and it's supposed to hold an edge really, really well. And for a production wood turner, that's worth it. So yeah, but if you go again, lathe, I prefer my one-way lathe, because in my opinion that's a real unit, and it's more affordable than what I would say is a lathe you can compare it to. Would be the what you call it, American, the robust lathe, because they're also made out of steel and welded. This is as well, but that's the only lathe I would compare it to, because the rest of them are cast iron. There are some good cast iron lathe out there, don't get me wrong, but I think the one way is it's priced reasonable. It's not cheap, but reasonable. But for trucks, I prefer the one way, and I prefer them for a specific reason. It's their premium profile jaws, and I think they're just really, really good. You don't have to be precise when you clamp on a piece of timber, and that's the reason why I enjoy them. And also they got like a bit more locking features for the sleds on them than other trucks on the market. But yeah, how much DC, how much what? But yeah, so there's a whole, like, it's really difficult to say if there's any brand I prefer over another one, depending on what that tool should do. So yeah. For my respirator, I really like the one I'm using, because it's really, really cheap. and it's just a really high quality. So that's, yeah. How much what the CC? You ask for a price and something. I'm thinking. If you're still here, of course. Oh yeah, by the way, peeps, if you double tap the screen, you'll leave me a like, and it will help the algorithm get me more views, and it will cost you nothing. It's just really, really nice of you to do. I do use Carbide now and then, but mostly I use Carbide for hollow forms, because I prefer traditional, because that's what I learned, and I have no patience for Carbides. But Carbide have its places, right? If you do a hollow form, what is a hollow form? You say, a hollow form is something like this, and I need to work instead of talk. But a hollow form is something like this, right? Let me get the camera back. Right, this is a small vessel. It's freaking hollow. So it's hollowed all the way out. This is a hollow form, and you cannot do that with traditional tools. You would need a Carbide to do that efficiently. So that's why I use Carbides mostly. So yeah, that's really nice. Yes, I can sharpen a knife on that too, Sammy. It has a knife sharpening attachment to it, and I sharpen the knives we have up in the kitchen. My child Boy Scout knives, and there's really, really, really good system, and like it gives you a mural finish etch on it if you use the belt that comes with it. It's just really good. The only problem with that is it's a little bit expensive, but in my opinion, it's well worth the money. You can sharpen anything on it. Chisels, woodturning tools, knives. I reckon you can even sharpen scissors on it. And it's efficient, the belts are cheap. And if you want to have a belt that can do M42 steel, it's not going to cost you a fortune like a CBN or a diamond stone. You can't get a diamond belt for it, that's expensive though. But yeah, I mean, it's just, in my opinion, it's so accurate, and the way you can just repeat the grind with it, it's just superior to what I have seen even on the Tormek that is known for the accuracy and its repeatability. When you use the Tormek, there's always a little bitty offset that you cannot get if you go from setting to setting. You cannot get rid of it, it's just impossible almost. But with this, you don't get it. It's just really cool, and I love it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I do, and I wish they would pay me to say that stuff. But they don't. I even applied for a sponsorship from them, and they didn't. Well, they did reply, but they never came back to me after that first reply. So, yeah. That probably wasn't for them. I don't know. It could be I failed the tests. If there were tests, I really don't know. But yeah, I really want them to sponsor me, the Robert Storby. That would be great. Yes, I mean, I can do that. That should be easy enough. It's actually UK made, so you will be supporting your own country by getting that system. Are you already making a live out of this? Well, I am live, Unique. So yeah, I am making a live out of it. Or living? No, I'm not making a living out of it. It's not enough volume for me to be able to pursue this full time. So it's a side hustle. I think that's the best way to explain that right now. And I just need to clean the brushes on the CNC, so just help me, bear with me a minute. I have a suction head on the CNC, and I have brushes so to make contact with the materials that I'm working on. Hold on, I just need to check something here. This seems a bit off. Right. Do I need to offset that a little bit more? I could probably do that without... I need to go down a couple mil. Okay. I just need to set new set level for the CNC. It looks like it's just a little too high, which means again that I have to rerun the materials I already had through it, which is, I mean, it's just part of it, isn't it? So like that and like that, right. I just need to remount that. I'm sorry for not being there, but I did state that I will be running off screen every now and again for a little bit. So let's see, 0.3 of a mil. I think that should be okay. Yeah. Right. Run. There. That's the program. And go. Hello, Palado. An order from Harry Potter. It's actually an order from a guy called Jim Lungville is his name. He's actually someone who is him and his husband are behind the project Dragonheart. Where they teach children on a different way. So that's actually for them. And their main focus is children with a little bit of issues. So any kind of learning disability or anything in that range, like ADHD or anything like that, any letter diagnosis, and just normal children as well. They take them in and they have a teaching environment in a different setting where they just try to learn in a different way. And these ones are part of that teaching. We use them for, first of all, use their hands, make something nice. And secondly, they use them for math, because math is magic. Basically, what they do is they make them calculate all kind of stuff with it, So take diameter there, and then I do that. Yeah, make circumference calculations and the length and all that, yada 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 yada. So they use it for a lot of things, and the children are learning from a different perspective. So I think it's really cool. Another cool thing about Jim, one of the guys behind it, he's really into old Danish law and the Vikings. Right. He's really tall, first of all. He's completely bald. And he's got like Viking rune tattoos on his head and going down on his arms and all that. He's a proper cool dude to look at. So yeah, he's really into that. He even built a Viking castle, or yeah, something like a castle I would call that he lives in here in Denmark. It's really cool, called Ravnsborg, Ravenborg. You can look that up, and it's a really nice place actually. It's really cool looking. Yeah, Palada, wood shaving is what we do. So yeah, he's really into it. I believe he's a Norse pagan as well, I would reckon. But that doesn't really matter. Well, wood shaving is what we do. If we don't have wood shavings, we don't work, don't we, Palado? And I would like to say that the workshop was clean before I started, but that would be a lie. Vikings are cool. Yes, I like the whole stories and lore behind that. But I can't do, sorry. Hold on. I need to find somewhere to put the wands. Want. Because I have... That's a batch of 50. Done. Right. Now to the next batch of 100. See, there should be 10 in each stack here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 100 left. And 105 left, if I not mess anything up. It's mean that I'm missing quite a few. Yeah, I like the Vikings, Sammy. I like the stories. I mean, the raping and the pillaging, yeah, maybe not so much, but still cool stories. But I like the idea of the brotherhood they had, and all that. Like bugged and activated, yes, Palado. We definitely need some more likes. We got like 17. I mean, that's kind of, yeah, it is what it is really. Well, the like button's what we need, definitely. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I like Norse mythology my entire life, ever since I was a child. I was one of them kids, right, who got bullied, who didn't have a lot of friends. But the that northern mythology was one of the things that actually interested me quite a lot. And I need to replace the bit on the CNC because I just ruined it. I don't know if you can see that. This, you can see how rugged it is. It's supposed to look like this. Right. The CNC just hit that piece, and then yeah. So that ruined the bit. So that's I just need to replace that. Just give me a minute. I cannot have any feed down here because the camera is not. I got extraction pipes in the way and all that, so I cannot show you. But it's not going to be that long. I have done this quite a few times, so I know where all my tools is and everything is within reach. I have quite a few of those bits. But by the look of it, I kind of maybe need to reorder some soon. There you go. That's one bit ruined. Clamping it down, and just need to set 0 again. Good thing is I have a set 0 auto 0 tool. Okay, so that should be it. Brush tools are clean, new bit are in. And program that one and run it, please. Thank you. See you in a bit. Right. Alright, Lisa, take care. Thank you for stopping by. Ruined a bit. How shameful, yeah. But you can see. If you can see that, I don't know how clean that is. But right there, you can see that had been ruined. The cutting tip here has been ruined as well. Also the side there, so this is just wasted. That's a filter alarm. I'm getting close to need to replace the main filter on this. What finish I use on what product, it depends on what I'm doing. The ones it doesn't have a finish on it, because the children are going to paint it, so there's no need to put a finish on it. Yeah, the Ragnarok series, that's really good. Have you seen the series called the Viking Valhalla? That is just weird, and it's just crazy. But it's probably a bit closer depiction of how stuff were really. If you take away all the unreal stuff, really. So, see, it depends on what I'm making, right? If I am making a hollow form, I tend to use a lacquer finish. If I am making a ball, depending on what I'm going for, if I want something durable, not shiny, I'm going with the dengue soil. If I want something shiny, I'll probably go with a wax with a canupa wax in it. There's like different brands you can use. So yeah, it varies quite a bit on what I want to do. I'm posting 3 AM here. Thank you, Polado. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're going to sleep well. 3 AM, dude. That's late or early, depending on how you look at it. Get some sleep, my man. Probably not going to be long before the crazy Americans start doing their streams. And when I say crazy Americans, it's only the people that I know. I cannot call someone crazy if I don't know them. Late, early, yeah, exactly. Bam. And no, I'm not wearing the tape, electrical tape on my fingers because I cut myself. I'm wearing this because the wear on my hand is somewhat crazy. And those two, that one, that's because I get blisters there from the roughing out by holding it so much. I'm not used to using the roughing out that much, so all right, Sammy, thank you for everything. I appreciate you. Have a good trip, yeah? Let me know how that trip goes. I mean, that sounds fun. Alright, let's get this.
It's his birthday treat.
Oh,
Yeah, looking forward to that. Happy birthday to your son, yeah? How old is he? I'm sorry, I don't want to keep you up. You should go with your family. It's way more important than me. He's 10. Oh, that's a good age. Mine is 8 and 13. Laters, dude. Have a good day. Say happy birthday to your son for me. And thank you for your donation. That was really nice of you. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to go and change the CNC again. See how the new bit did. It looks a lot better. No? That freaking bastard broke all right. It did a good job though. It just broke. Need to replace it then. Oh, probably the other way then. Yeah, and it's prop stuck in there as well. Like this. That's another $100 or 50 actually. Those bit are cheap. Do I need to replace the dust extractor bag again? I do. Jesus. So annoying. That's what we get. Trying to do big stuff in a small shop. A lot of work.
Program, bam, bam, bam. Alright. Let's hope that don't sound good. Looks fine though. Looks fine. Let's hope it's not too bad. Too bad. Ouch. What's that? Okay. I hope Sammy and his son have a good trip. That sounds really cool, going on quartz together. I used to have my oldest son. We bought him a quart when he was 3, I think. A little 50cc one, and that little thing could rip. It was fast AF, so quick. I mean, don't think I can count how many times, like, our old house was, you had a forest, right? We lived in a forest. I don't know how many times he called me out and said, "Daddy, come and help me," and the fucking quad bike was up in a tree, and he just standing next to it. I mean, I don't know how he did it, just being 3, but I was just, well, he was happy and nothing bad happened. So, I mean, that was cool. But yeah, we had a lot of fun with that little call, him and I. Do, 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 do. How many of you guys have tried gel blasters? Do you know the little gel pellets that you shoot? They are fun. I think it was last year or year before. I bought like a whole freaking 60 of those or something. Me and my colleague and my boss, we bought them together. And we sold most of it and just kept the ones for ourselves. And I mean, we had so much fun with those. Like going around the warehouse and just shooting each other up. So that was fun coming to work back then. I mean, probably should bring them out again because it's still fun. It's getting hard. They were fun. Oops. That one broke. By the sound of it. Well, chance that could be alright, but it's not. It's completely gone. Broken up into pieces. That's a shame. Where's the rest of it? It's over there probably. There were a chance that it might have been salvageable. But no, not like this. It's just completely gone. That's a shame. Well, there are more pieces. Looks good. But it's just not going to be worth it, that one. Oh no. Okay, let's get back to making wands. It's getting hot down here. Not like the fucking song, it's just the temperature's rising.
Oh, Blues Brothers. I feel the trumpets are rising. Yeah, that's a good song as well, isn't it? I wish that would allow us to play music be on stream, but they don't. I mean, that's all the copyright crap out. Didn't hear you earlier. What finish did you use? Depending on the project, really, CC. Anything in particular you want to know about? So, right now I'm using a Hampshire Sheen, but they're running out. So that's the end of the era for that. So I'm really looking for some other products to try and use. So yeah, I'm looking for other stuff to try to use. But you know, if you just go generally, if you want a shiny surface on a ball or something like that, I'd tend to use best wood oil. Shiny surface, I would go for a Danish oil. It's not shiny, but it's a really natural, good surface. For a shiny surface, I would go with a wax, really. But for a really good durable surface, the Danish oil. And they come in different kind of producers. I have this one right now from Reviver in Romania. And I like this, it's really clear and really good to use. But you can get like all different kinds. Chestnut makes one. I know that. Rustin makes one. But they're really good. All of them really are. But I just found this one is a little bit more clear. And really well worth it. The Hampshire Sheen one is also really, really good. Finishing oil. It's just don't harden. The ones I'm using harden. Linseed oil is a good oil. It just has its problems, really. It hardens, and it's not like it's good oil. I just don't use it really. Yeah, for me it's not a wonder product. Because I think it's an old product, it does really, really well, but it's just better options out there in my opinion. The Danish oil is actually a better option in my opinion. You just be careful with that, because it can't self-ignite. So many workshops have burned down. Workshop burns down because the rack they used for the linseed oil combust self-ignited. But for lathe, I use my one-way 2436, and I'm kind of married to it right now because getting it out again would be difficult because I'm in the basement. It was really, really difficult to get it down here. That's working. Oh, this should be working. Right. You're Woodturner, CC. What lathe do you have? What time zone am I in? I'm in CET +1. Central European time +1. Copenhagen time. Are you a Woodturner? Do you work with a lathe and all that? Sorta? What do you mean sorta? Are you a salesperson?
or work with a machine shop or what? Apparatus. Apprentice. Apprentice. Oh, apprentice. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So your apprentice, woodworker or metalworker. So woodworker or metalworker. Both. Oh, that's awesome. What company uses both wood and metal? That, you know, that puzzles me a little bit. You're in Australia, so you need to make everything. Let me just see that CNC is ready for another batch. That looks good. Didn't break the bit this time. Ouch. Really. It's close to falling out, that one. I think it was just a bit, really. I need to replace the back of the dust collector. It's starting to overfill, and we don't really want that. Just give me a sec. Now, when you're over 40, you can make noises like that when you're working. It's just part of it, really. But remember, you have to be over 40 before you can start groaning while you work. Before that, it's not something that you want to do. Right. Let's get that CNC back to work. Red gum. Yes, I have worked with red gum burl actually. I have done that. But other than that, no, I haven't had the pleasure of the timber itself. What kind of timber do you work with? It's a bit tougher than some timber. Okay. Yeah, I could imagine. The burl itself was really tough. That was for sure. Pine mostly. So you make furniture or construction. I'm wondering, what industry are you in? If you work with both metal and timber? I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Just furniture. Oh, okay. It's just something cool. What kind of furniture you make? Beds, chairs, tables, dressers, cabinets, kitchens. Because I don't make furniture. If it's not round, it's basically not for me. Oh, Jeffrey. Hello, my dude. I'm having a good day. Yes, I am in the workshop, turning wood, having the CNC running as well, so I'm running forth and back with that. But yeah, this is great. I love it. It's just awesome. I wish I can do this more often. Some lakes for table and custom metal. Oh, okay. It sounds like a really, really nice place. I mean, that's, should tick all the boxes for me for a place that I would like to work at. What's going on? It's not weekend. Hello, Tyson. No, man, I took the day off from work. If you saw my workshop update from yesterday, you probably didn't. I took a couple of days off work because I am getting a little behind on the projects that I need to finish and deliver. So right now I'm just doing production work. It's honest work, but it's not the normal thing. And I thought, well, while I'm here, why not just hammer out a live at the same time, you know? See if people want to hang out and have fun. Sipping a coffee. Oh man, yeah, I had my coffees quite a long time ago now. It is 11:30, so it's getting close to midday here. So I had my coffee around 7:30. My 2 cups of coffee, and then I took the children to school, make them their lunch boxes, and took them to school. And then I just prepared myself a little bit down here, preparing a few blanks for the CNC, and just start running that puppy. And while that's running, because it cycles every 10 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes, while that's running, I can do, ooh, that was bad, make a few ones. And if I can do that while hanging out with all you peeps, what's not to like? Yeah, you guys are close, right? Close by. That's nice. You have a BW Woodturning meet up down there in Ontario, Canada at some point. That would be cool. Without me, probably, because it's a long flight. But if you ever do meet, right, let me know how that goes. You can share everything on the Discord. That's why it's there, really. What time zone are you in again? It's Denmark, Central European Time +1. So it's almost midday here. Let's see how that looked. Yeah, I think that's good. Whoa. I didn't have the dust extractor running, that was a mistake. It makes a mess if it's not running. I mean, this is cool, this is good, this is what I want. Right, I'm talking to myself because the CNC is doing exactly what I want it to do. And it took me many years to get to this point. Remember, I never worked as a 3D modeling thing. I never learned it from anywhere. And I never had the CNC before. I didn't know anything about it. So I had to teach myself how to use the CNC. How to 3D model, all about tool passes and tools and all that stuff. And to get to the point now where I can make the project I want and start a production with it is, for me, impressive. And it's starting to pay off those 5 years of work. Oh, I see Michael had some, he picked up some, where is it? Come on. He picked up a few ball blanks. Oh, that's some nice looking timber there, Michael. That's nice.
That's nice. Yeah, man, I just saw the pictures. That looks cool. Right, should have a few projects in there for you. It's cool. Congratulations. Hope it's not too expensive. What did you get? Tell me. Tell me. I am really excited. Oh yeah, by the way, you guys, I don't think I mentioned this. I do have a membership program running, right? It's really cheap. I think it's about $1 a month, or in thereabouts, $1.50 maybe. Just, you know, to become a member of the channel and support me that way. I will shout you out when you come in. You will also have a little star next to your name in chat. And it's just an awesome way of, you know, showing a little bit of appreciation. So yeah, what's the spanner icon? That's because he is a moderator. And he just helps me here in chat when if somebody's being not nice or something like that, he are just posting hateful comments. He's one of the persons that can remove that message or ban the person or kick them out. So he just helps out a little bit. Sometimes it's nice to have someone to help you out, right? And it's nice to have help. Security, basically. Yeah, something like that. But he also has a huge amount of power that he can actually ban everybody from my stream or and stuff like that. So, you know, you can actually terminate my stream, so I don't give it to everybody. So yeah, it's a trusted position, that's for sure. So yeah, I only hire guys with big muscles and Scottish accent who loves wearing a kilt. And I don't know how he's built, but I know he's a Scotsman. But yeah, I'm also getting a little bit hungry. It's good. My sons will be home in a couple of hours. I'm in Australia. If someone breaks into our house, we don't call emergency service. We sort it our way. Yes. They got lost in the outback, right? Never to be found again. Yeah, I live in Denmark. I'm not afraid of breaking in the small town that I live in.
I think the crime rate in this town of break-ins are really close to zero. So we're not really afraid here. I mean, sometimes there could be days without us locking the door, even if you're not home. We don't lock the doors at night either. So I had clients come to deliver timber to me, or materials, or pick up something, right? And they just walked into my workshop when I was at work and nobody was home. And it had happened a few times now, because I forgot to lock the door. And really, it's fine. Denmark is like one of the safest places to be, so I'm not afraid of that. Unless you live out in the country and have designer lamps and stuff like that, then you're in trouble. Because the countryside, there are no neighbours to watch it. I used to live in the country and I had like expensive designer lamps because I'm an electrician. I love lamps. I love good lighting, and they were my dream, and I wanted them. So we bought 5 of those to put up, 2 over the kitchen counter and 3 over our dining table, and they were really nice. They're like €1,000 a piece. But the house got broken into, and they stole the lamps, and they only stole the lamps. And we had an alarm system, and they just didn't care. And so we got the lamps again to put them up, and everything was fixed. And 2 months later, same thing. So they broke in 3 times altogether, stole the lamps, and then just put up something different. Also designer lamps, about the same price range, but they didn't want to steal it because they didn't know better. Just they're like, yeah. It's like a car thief stealing a Ferrari because that's a brand they want to steal, or Mercedes or whatever, but they don't steal the like the old car that's actually easier to steal and is worth more because it's collectible and it's only if you know, you know. Yeah, thieves are stupid like that. And the problem is they're actually destroying more than they're stealing, because we had to replace the flooring, and our big dining table has to get resurfaced, and the glass window door thing they broke in through need to be completely replaced because you could not replace the window only. So there was a lot of damage, and the flooring, it was oak flooring, and it was all laid in one slab, and they destroyed half of it with glass shards and all that. So yeah, they actually destroyed more than the lamps was worth, which was unfortunate. But yeah, thieves are stupid. They don't know anything. Can you flip the camera so the bottom one is on top of the page? But I thought you want the thing that I'm working on at up there. This is how it's supposed to be. I just forgot to flip the camera. Is that alright for you, Michael? I can switch it around. But the thing is, actually, the other camera was supposed to look like this. This is how it's supposed to be. That off the camera. But I think this is better, isn't it? Good morning, K9. Welcome in, man. How are you? Getting ready for work? Oh. What kind of work you need to do? That was my dust extractor making some noise. That was strange. I think it just sucked the bag up or something. Yeah. If you got the bag into it, swell. And there's no way for me to get up there and get it. No, it's gone. Fucking hell. So now my dust extractor is out of commission. Because it just basically worked for maintenance in hospital. Yeah, I think you told me that earlier, didn't you? So let me just see. I don't know if I can get it a view over there. That's the TV. Yeah, it's probably the best I can do right now. Right, what I'm going to need to do is take the lid off my dust extractor back there. And I cannot get a better view because right here I have a I have a tube, a pipe, going for the dust extractor itself. But I need to take the lid off. I'm sorry for the noise, but it's the CNC, it just needs to run the program finished. I just had this unit off a couple of days ago. Cleaned the impeller. So it should be kind of easy and straightforward. It's just annoying. Oh, and the motor is kind of hot now. It's been running for a couple of hours. Oh yeah. I hope the noise is not too much for you. And I cannot read chat, so I don't know what you guys are saying. Just look at that. You cannot see it though, but yeah. That was the back from the can down there. Where the dust is collected. And it's kind of hot over here in the corner, I must say. It's this motor that I'm holding my hands around right now. It's giving up a little bit of heat. But the CNC stopped, so that should take some of the noise away. And I can just take that off right now because I don't need it when nothing is running. I probably should just have taken my power tools to take this apart, you know, but it's just like 6 screws and 2 O-bolts, or what you call those, lifting hooks. Okay, that's set. Right, so I need to put a new bag in. Baggins. Right. So that was good, getting that up and running again. Load a new piece on the CNC. Right, now on the CNC again. That should be okay. I'll get back to it. What did you break, Croc? The bag from the dust extractor, the bin in the bottom. The bin in the bottom got sucked up into the impeller. And that was not a good thing. So 2.5 hours in. And let's get it going. Yeah, and the only way to fix it is take the top off like I did there. So it's a little bit of work, but that's alright. The thing is, I'm not using the dustbins that are designed for it, the dust bags, what you call that, garbage bag that was designed for it. So they don't fit properly, so the chances are it can get pulled up normally. But I think the one I have now is a little bit bigger, so I can put them inside the barrel, the bottom of the barrel, to hold them in place properly. So that's probably going to help quite a bit. The problem is the original bags for it are really, really expensive. They're like €4 a piece, and in a day like this I can use 5 or more, until I'm either too tired to continue or I'm done. So that's the plan, CC. But again, around 2 o'clock is some fun. It's probably when I'm going to end it. Nikolai's going to come by. Nikolai Lugger, who's normally in the stream here with me, going to come by with his sister and pick up some stuff, right? So I'm probably going to stop there. But I don't know really. I haven't decided. Well, to be honest, really, come to think about it, it's probably really a good time to stop anyway, because I think around 4 o'clock I need to have my kids to the hairdresser. So yeah. So yeah, it's probably going to be good around 2 o'clock my time. That would be another 2 hours, I reckon. So Sunday spoon, yeah, we can do that. I can make a spoon on Sunday. Shouldn't be that difficult. I can make a couple of different spoons, really. So like different kinds you can make. But it's going to be around this time on Sunday I go live. That's my normal slot, right? Coffee scoop, I can make that easily. You don't even really need that much to make that coffee spoon. Depending on the design, right? If you want one of those rounded cup in the end with a handle on it, that's another thing. That's a bit difficult. What day is it? Today is Friday. So Sunday, so it's going to be 48 hours from now. That's what you're going to, like, plus 48 hours from now, and you should see it. It's actually, you can go on my channel right now, and there's actually, it's planned there, so you can see when it is. Yeah, thank you, Michael. That's another thing they might do. generally a nice person that just posts links. So that's 10. Right. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Remember to hit that like button, peeps. Not a lot of people here, though. What could I expect, really? Bam, 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 bam. Michael, I didn't see what you bought. I'm sorry, I forgot. Could you repeat what kind of timber you got? When I'm at work, my scenery issues goes off from shavings on my arm. Scenery issues? What is that? That's alright. That's right. I am not the perfect guy to write myself, so don't worry about it. I'm just trying to read what to write. Sensory. Oh, sensory. Is that what you're trying to say? So you have sensory issues, and the shaving triggers that. Okay. That sucks, dude. And wearing long sleeve is difficult around the lathe, isn't it? It's not what advised, even though I do it sometimes. You know, this is just because it's summer, and it's winter. I'll have it on. So going back to the scoop, any kind of scoop would kind of be handy to be shown. Or if you did a fancy doing a display of small items, similar parts, it would be very helpful. I'm kind of dialed in. Yeah, I don't do many of the kit thingy, so I don't buy many kits anymore. and I like to work without it. So making scoops and coffee spoons without the kit for it, I think that's a lot more fun. Now this piece here is something wrong with it. Yeah. Look at how bouncy it is. "10" by 10" section thick spot piece. Wow, that's a big piece, dude. So 6, that's half. That's really thick, dude. But you can talk centimeters to me, mate. You don't have to say inches. A 400mm square by 8mm long punky spot the beach slab of Doctor's Fur. So now not 10 section thigs. Would you use kits and instructions, or we don't get happy customers? Yeah, I know, but you know, but I just made so many kits, pen kits and ice cubes and what have you, right? So I made so many of them. So I think it's actually more fun if you're going to make a coffee scoop or any kind of spoon, just make it completely out of timber on the lathe, no bandsaw, anything, just on the lathe. I think it's just more fun and challenging. Come on, Judge. How you doing, dude? You alright, man? Slept well? So yeah, I think it's just a lot more fun to do things that's a big challenge. Because making coffee scoops with the metal coffee scoop insert that you can buy, it's just, anybody can do that. It's just easy. I want a challenge. I want something that's get me up in the morning. And yeah, looking at my wife will get me out of bed in the morning, don't worry about it. But you know, still, other things like that. There you go. You see Michael gets it. Judge Lisa was in here earlier. She didn't go to bed after she left us. She kept playing video games until really late. Oh, I need to change the CNC over. Just get me a sec. Why is that not sucking properly? Is it? It's better like that. That's better. This looks good. Okay. Sorry for the audio distortion. hello. Oh, there it is. It's back. Get that CNC running, that makes the money. Hey Joshua, hello man. Mr. Anderson. If you get that reference, you're a cool guy. Trying two type of wood grain, red gum, dark oak, and pine spoons. I don't have that available. I got maple, oak, ash. So that's what I'm going to use really. But maple is probably what I will start out with, because that's a really, really nice timber to do stuff like that with. And again, you can color it and it's going to look awesome. Now I think I need to sharpen this a little bit, it's been a while. Matrix, yes, 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 yes. You never heard it? Oh, it's Matrix, it's a Matrix reference. Yes, 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 yes. The name is Neo. Do you hear that, Mr. Anderson? It's the sound of your death. It's the sound of inevitability. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson. The name is Neo. Well, that's the first time he kills an agent. Right? One of my favourite scenes. That one down at the train station. Okay. It's one of my favourite movies. I've seen it so many times. Well, the Dock Fir is a nice timber. It's not the best timber, but it's nice. But you're gonna be happy with it. Probably gonna have some cool projects to do with that. The smell coming off it's gonna be great then, that's for sure. The first one was my favorite really, because yeah. The rest is just like adding on to the story. It's a good story, but the first one, I've seen it so many times that I was, you know, I could the dialogue, all the lines, I knew them. I could just recite them. Can't do that anymore, but I used to. So I watched that a little bit too much, and yes, my brain is different, and I could probably have a lot of diagnosis put on me. But it was cool, and I liked it. And I'm a little bit of a geek at some points, right? Like a grown-ass man, and I still love to play video games. I mean, when I was growing up, a grown man playing video games was like a loser. Never amount to anything. But right now, it's just normal, isn't it? Your keyboard just had fun. That's for sure. Yeah, you people, you know, do me a huge favor and think about really supporting me and becoming a member of the channel. I think it's like $1.50 a month. I put it at the lowest so everybody could join if they want to. So yeah, that will help me out quite a bit if like a few people will do that. and you'll get a special rank in Discord. And when I upload videos, I don't do it enough. There will be a lead time that you have access to it only. So there it is. Found some green ash. I need guns, lots of guns, yes. And when he walked through that hallway, and he walked through the metal detector, and he says, please remove any metal items, objects you might carry, and just open up the jacket and full of guns, and the guard just goes, oh shit, and he just, BAM! Punches him away. Great scene as well. Yeah, I love that movie. It's really great. Oh, you're welcome, Joshua. Glad to have you to drop by. If I'm a man of taste, yeah, my children don't think so. I think I'm just old and weird. It was like last night. My youngest just looked at me and said, Dad, you're really, really strange. I said, yes, I am. And learn to live with it, boy, because it's not going to get better. Yeah, green ash is not worth it, really. Oh, timber design, yeah, that'd be nice. Say hello to him. Sammy's not here, unfortunately. But yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Dude, it depends really, you know, and normally I don't stream today. So, you shouldn't worry too much about it. But I appreciate it. My next stream, I already put it up. Put it up so you can see when that starts. So if you want, you can plan on being there from the beginning. Thank you, Michael. I don't think links are working really, to be honest. I don't think people can touch it. If you're on your PC, yes, it works and you can just click on it. But if you're on your phone, you cannot. So that's a shame. Come on. Alright, CC, you take care, man. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you get some good sleep. Yeah, you did see it. It's when I proclaimed that I'm going to stream today. Hey Timper, welcome in, man. It's good to have you. We are just hanging out today and feeding the CNC and making wants. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. Well, I thought as well, you know, if I'm going to be here anyway, why not just, you know, invite the peeps in? Nothing really. This here is to prevent my finger getting worn out on the tool rest, because sliding it forth and back like that for 5 hours straight will hurt your finger. This here and that one there is actually starting to break a little bit. It's because of the tool here I'm holding like that, so it doesn't I don't get blisters there, because that, you know, holding it like that for 5 hours will get a job done on your hand. And this is where I got my finger in the planer joint a couple of days ago. It just took off a little bit of skin, but yeah, but it started bleeding a little bit because I was working, and so I just put a little shop band-aid on it. Really, it looks worse than it is, so don't worry about it. I just don't like to wear gloves around the lathe if I can prevent it. It's not always that's the case, but I just really don't like to wear gloves at the lathe. So that's just a solution that I thought would be, ouch, would work. So yeah. Let's see. So it's not good. That's probably a little bit better. Right, let's try that. So yeah, feeding the CNC. A little bit. You guys, what's not to like about it? What's going on? What happened to my... What's going on? My lathe stopped working. Oh! I know what went wrong. I thought the belt broke or something. I mean, that would have been bad. Hello, Nikolai. Alright, see you in a bit, Nikolai. When you get here, you can just call me, yeah? And I will let you in. Otherwise, you can just go into the back, to the garden. And go through the garden door. And there is a door into the basement. You can just go through there if you want it. But I can come and let you in, don't worry about it. Just give me a call, yeah? I don't have a proper power outlet for my lathe yet. After I did the new setup. So it's running on an extension cord. And the plug is really big, so it finally worked itself out of the extension cord. So my lathe lost power, and that's what happened. So there's nothing major. Well, that's nice. Did they send you one for as a sponsor, or you bought one? You bought one? Alright. They're not bad, really. They're nice chucks. Just really nice mid of the range chucks. Oh, that would be cool. Which one were you looking for? Not the Comet, right? Please don't say the Comet. Neptune Max. So you would desert your own country. You're from Canada, right? And getting the Nova. Where do you think the Nova lathe is made? China. And don't be fooled, they are. No, not all of it, but most of it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind an overlay. Well, I have my one way, so I'm not really looking for anything. It's hard to upgrade from what I have. But for a little bent up lathe, I don't know why I would need it, to be honest. Because I can do all the things on this lathe that I can on the small one. Nova's not a bad brand. I mean, they're made by license in China, by license from Nova, and so the Chinese companies cannot copy it. So that's why you don't see a Nova DVR system copied. But they are also DVR pillar drills. And they have started to be copied. Not copy, but you know, getting close to it. No, let me ask you another question. Chariot walk, chariot. What would you like to be able to do on a lathe? What would you want to be able to do? Because that's really what matters. Because if you want to make pins, any lathe will do it properly, as long as it's got like standard setup. But if you want to make balls or other stuff, now that's another challenge, because then you're going to need a more powerful motor. So just, you know, if you answer my question, what would you like to be able to do on that lathe? I can give you a few good examples of a lathe to look for. And again, are you looking for a tabletop model or a model that stands on its own legs? So what are you looking for? Because, you know, it's all different. Because if you want something to make balls on, don't get the one from Find by Tools. That's underpowered for ball turning. Yes, you can do it, but it's not the best experience. Go look for the small grizzly ones instead, or the Axminster one if you're looking for a tabletop model. Actually, the grizzly lathe are actually nice, a lot of them. So, you know, it all depends on what you want to do to be able to do. 12-inch. A 12-inch lathe, a tabletop model, is not really good for balls, I have to say. Just refeeding the lathe, not the lathe, the CNC. And I need another drink if this is not empty. Don't think it is empty. I would say you need a 750 watt motor as a minimum, and not the small tabletop motor ones. You need the bigger ones, because the problem being, horsepower on a motor is normally calculated by the watts, right? How many watts does it have as input? The problem of that being, there's a huge difference if you have a 1 liter motor, petrol motor, natural aspirated, and you have a 1 liter injected one, probably with a turbo. They're both 1 liters, but they produce different horsepowers, right? And that's the same with the motors. Because if you have a motor, like you have a DC motor with this circumference, 750 watts, it will produce 1 horsepower according to calculation. But if you have a 700 watt motor with this circumference, it will still produce 1 horsepower, but for sure, this bigger motor is a lot more powerful. So there you have it. You cannot really go by it. You have to know a little bit more. Yeah, but if you have a lathe like I'm thinking you have the small one, like it's a 750 watt, isn't it? Or a 550 watts. It's never really built for balls, to be honest, that lathe. And the lowest you can go with the speed, that is, what was that? 600, 500 RPMs? So it was never built for it. Some bacon rolls. Oh, Michael, that sounds lovely. But that's the issue many times when you go out to a shop to buy a new lathe. They don't know everything. They don't know enough about what they're talking about. They're just trying to sell you something. Right. Because I see that here in Denmark as well. Really often the people buy a lathe, and the guy who sold it to them says, oh, this one is capable of turning 12-inch bowls. It is actually, it got a 12-inch swing on it, 18-inch long bed on it, so it's 12 by 18, and got 750 horsepower motors, which we normally have. But it's just underpowered. There's not enough oomph in the motor itself, and that's a huge thing, and people don't know that. So yeah, it is, yeah. I wish a lot more shops that sells lathe would be honest and
know what they're talking about instead of just trying to solve something. 'Cause that's what the world needs, the woodturning world need. Because we also have people going out buying the MC900 or 1100 or 1100B lathe. That's the lathe where you have the power. You have a lever you tweak from side to side. That's how you go up and down the speed. And then they sell them as ball turning lathe, hugely powerful. They are powerful, but they are not ball turning lathe. The speed goes from 600 or 500, depending on the lathe, to about 2,000 RPMs. You don't turn ball in that range, right? Sometimes you start out with like 100, 150, 200 RPMs. And if you can't go that low, that lathe will start shaking and wobbling and walking out of the workshop. So you need something that could go really low on RPMs. And you need something that has the power down in that range to make a ball, proper ball. Yes, you can finesse the lathe, the smaller models, and you can make balls on them. That's true, but it's not going to be a good experience. As soon as you try a lathe with a proper motor and a proper ratio on the speed, you'll be blown away on the difference. It's like going from riding a tractor to riding a race car. You get there by tractor, but the race car is just a lot more fun. Yes, that's nice, and I think it's a good lathe. I need to look at it. I don't know it on the top of my head, but normally, as it has an inverter on it, it should be good to go, really. But I think the Nova have that with the DVR system. So yeah, you should be happy with that. It should be good. Yeah, you should be good to go. The problem is the lathe you have right now has probably been sold to you as a ball turning lathe or a powerful lathe that can do everything. And it can, but it's not fun. And I don't like that about the salespeople, some of them. I might get unpopular saying all this stuff, but I just don't think it's nice of people to not be honest. Hey, new beginning. Welcome in. Okay, so the CNC stopped and I'm gonna go change it. Hello, Omniat. I probably butchered that name, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. I'll try my best. I think it's going to work out properly because Nikolai's going to be here anytime soon. And so that's going to be a good time to just talk a little bit with him. And I need to make some more blanks for the CNC. And I have them ready. So it's probably not going to be that much longer for the stream today, which is okay. I made good progress. And that's what it's all about, really. Still have 2 more blanks than the one I have in right now. And so that's going to be okay. What are we turning? Once. Yes, we are mass producing once. I'm up to 120, 30, 140 wants to mate now. So only about 110 more.
Hello, Axel. You just got home from school? Welcome in, my man. Axel is a star member because he bought a membership. How long have you been a member now? 8 months or something. And I really appreciate that. It's only like $1.50 a month. And it's a cool way to get the star next to your name and support me just a little bit. I purposely set it to the lowest amount possible. Oops. Because I want everybody to be able to help the star. The star is only for the coolest of the cool. How was your day, Axel? Timber, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Member number 5 of the channel, and a true goat. If you didn't remember, last time we streamed, we had a raffle, and I sold 10 tickets, and Timber bought 5 of them, because he really, really wanted the project, I guess, or he just wanted to support me. Either way, he didn't win it. that was a funny moment. He was a good support about it though, so I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Whoops! There you go. That didn't work out. Next one. And that's why we wear a helmet. Yeah, it almost hit you as well, didn't it? The camera. So Tipper, hit me up when you want the teaching session. Yeah, I promise you one. Just let me know. Just talk to me on Discord or send me an email or what have you, and I'll make sure we set it up whenever you want, and we can work on anything you want. Any technique, or if it's something I haven't done before, I need to research it and try it out and learn it first. But yeah, so but probably it's going to be something that I have done and I know how to do. Dave's a member now, yeah he is. Pulling out bolts or something. No worries, we go through the technique and everything, right? Just let me know as soon as you want it to be done to happen, yeah, and I'll try to fit it in. It's just going to be you and me on a video call. So I'm not going to stream it out to the world, so don't worry about it. But you need you stream, right? So, but you stream from your phone, am I not correct? But yeah, you just need the phone really, and a set of ear plugs so you can hear me when I start screaming at you. Basically, what was that? Oh no, I forgot that. Probably it's not what I was supposed to do. Yikes. I probably destroyed the bit again because I need to stop doing that because it's getting really, really, really expensive. I think it's okay still, I hope. We'll see. Yeah, okay, that's good. What's going on, Michael? What are you talking about? Are you a member now also? That's ruined. I need to learn how to focus a little bit. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Oh, yeah. I know, I've seen. Yeah, he should post something soon. Stop spending time on watching other people stream and start going yourself, dude. Nah, I appreciate you being here, man. I really do. So nice of you. Everything you do for the community. Start posting shit, Michael. There are people out there that would support you. I don't know who they are though, but someone will probably. We all need a Scottish woodturner. Right, running a kilt. I wonder where Nikolai is. He said he was leaving, but I don't see anything of him from him yet. Are you going to post alone or post Malone? Now my lathe, after all those shavings, are actually at the right height for me now. How thick of a layer do you think I have right now standing on? Let's get some, could you make a poll, Michael? Could you make a poll? Okay, it's a traffic jam on the freeway. He's been here about 20 minutes, alright. Michael, could you make a poll, guessing how big the layer is of shavings? And go like 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch. Or something like that, right? You should be able to do that. 3 inches. So let's see how big part of shaving. Right where I'm standing, it's almost 2 inches, but at the highest point, it's 4 inches. So between 2 and 4 inches of shaving right now. That's nice. You need to take care, Michael. Careful, right? Oh, shit like that happens, dude. We all been there, we all done it. You need convincing the wife? Why? What's wrong with the wife? You're supposed to make content on becoming a real famous woodturner, because that's going to happen overnight, you know. As soon as you start your channel, give it like a week and you will have clubs and opportunities pounding on your door 24/7. Are going to be screaming girls and groupies all over the place. Because that's just how it is, really. That's how we, like YouTubers, woodturner, we live. I mean, I sleep on a pile of money with like the young version of the Spice Girls next to me, all four of them. So yeah, that's just life. That, of course, is a huge fat lie and a joke. Hundreds, Michael, hundreds. I get them all the time, right? None. I haven't got a single sponsorship offer. My groupies consist of Nikolai, and he's so far from a girl that can be. He's like a 2-meter tall man with hands the size of my face. So that's my groupies. A groupie. I also have Judge. But I've never seen a picture of Jut, so I don't know how he looks. I know he's like 50 plus and works as a mechanic truck thingy. So yeah, the groupies are real. Just get used to it, dude. No sponsors reached out to me whatsoever. And I even contacted a few. I got a reply back from a few of them, but they no more than thank you for your reaching out to us. We'll look into it and get back to you. That's all. Yeah, exactly. But it is what it is, really. I don't know if they look at me and see, well, there's nothing we can sponsor him with, materials wise, or tools. So they're scared to just pay me money to promote them. But you know, well, that's really all there is to it, really. And I mean, there are, like, I just seen Simon Hope just released a new vacuum system. I'm going to try to reach out to that guy, because that system looks sick, and I really want one. You do? You think you're dying? I was hoping it was not, really. Because you don't make money on ad. I mean, you do, but I mean, a streamer like today, there's maybe $2 in ad revenue. And that's until now, it's almost a 4-hour stream. And to get just about $2 in ad revenue for that, it's not, you know, it's not worth the time. I am lucky though that I got some person like Sammy, who regularly donates to me. It's really nice of him. But you know, that's about the biggest income I had on YouTube. Depending, well, I can get so many sponsorships for video games. But the thing is, this is not a video game channel. It's not what I do, and I don't want to promote those transaction click to pay to win games. And I don't want to transition this channel over to a gaming channel, because that would be wrong, because that's not what it's about, really. If I want that, I can just start a gaming channel, that's fine. Because on Steam Element, like if you use OBS like I do, then you probably have Steam Element on it as well. There are hundreds and hundreds of sponsorships, you just click on it, and that's it, really. Everybody can do that, but then I should I promote Kingshot or Raid Shadow Legends or what your other games called, right? And get all you guys to play it until a certain level, just so I can get like a small pay out for it. No, I don't want that. It's just be wrong, really. It would be like me trying to promote a freaking vehicle. I can promote tools that are relating to woodworking, yes, and materials and all that. That makes sense, but I don't want to spin off that much, really. No, that's true. All it is to make money. Yeah, I mean, I talked about it a few times, right? I always said I want to be able to make a living from 3 stages: production, woodturning, production work, teaching, and YouTube. So, yes, of course, I want to make money on this, because I want this to be a part of my income. But until I start seeing numbers that are worth it, and my woodturning business starting to get more clients in, I'm not going to be able to stand on my own 2 feet and just do this full time. That's basically what it is, really. Oops. Hello, Nikolai. Get over here, man. You can come over here if you want. If you are able to. Thank you, Nikolai. Hello. Yep. There you go. Now you can see the big difference. Get over here. Right. That's Nikolai. Like when I said he was 2 meters tall and his hands is inside of my face, I was not joking. Right, look at that. So that's my groupie.
My bitch.
Anyways. And he brought his sister. So yeah, Nikolai almost hit the ceiling in my workshop right now. He's really tall. So if I need some big things moved, I know who to call. And he brought his sister. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
I can't hear you. There you go. Say hi. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to call it for today, peeps. Thank you for hanging out. And I'm just going to go spend a little time with Nikolai and Louisa. And have some stuff for them. So that's going to be all for today. Tomorrow's not going to be a stream. I need to do stuff with wifey, so I will see you next time. Yeah, Sunday noon, we're going to stream again, yeah. Alright, be good to the world. World should be good to you. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Come on.
Har gått varmt hernede, hva'?
Ja, det er nu.
Så. Dem der.
And it did not stop. No, hold on.
Har der været 12.000 besøgende i dag?
Ja, det er faktisk meget lidt. Det er meget lidt.
Jamen når man tænker på, at det er en fredag formiddag.